I'm Johnny Millennium, and this is Film Fury. And where is Victor Lucas? He is not here. He is not in the vicinity. That's because he's in LA at his 25th E3. You heard that right. 25 E3s he's been to. He's checking out the latest, greatest video games right now. He couldn't come to this screening of John Wick. But it's funny that he's at E3 checking all these video games because I basically saw a video game movie come to life. It's unreal. And I just want to say for the record, I'm a huge John Wick fan. I love John Wick. I saw the first one with my wife. We didn't know what to expect. It was one of the best action movies I think I've seen in the last 10 years. And then we saw the second one. It was more of the same. I enjoyed it. And then today I saw the third one at a press-only screening. And Vic really missed out. I mean, checking out some of these press screenings is one of the coolest thing ever. There were 6 of us in the theater. I could just sit there and take this in. Now, the first thing I want to say is I'm not using any footage for this review because it's a Lionsgate film and they love flagging anything with their footage in it. So not today, Lionsgate, not today. But let's get back to it. The one thing that I like about John Wick films is Keanu Reeves and his complete lack of regard for human life. He's stabbing everybody in the face. He's shooting them at least 3 times. Nobody gets up. Nobody walks away from John Wick. And that's what I love in these films. I'll say this much about the third film. The story is a little weak. It's a continuation of the second movie. So if anybody hasn't seen the second movie, basically all of the assassins in the city are going after John Wick. And that's where part 3 begins. And it's basically the first film is a revenge story, where this film is realistically John Wick running the whole film and trying to get away from all this stuff. But oh my god, I gotta say this. Yes, you don't go into a John Wick movie for an incredibly complicated story. You go for the violence, you go for the over-the-top gore, the killing, one kill after the other. Like in the opening 10 minutes was some of the best action I've seen in a long time. Like John Wick, there's this one scene where he's got a knife and he's like throwing like 3 of these knives into the sky, one after the other. And the whole audience, there's only 6 of us, we're all screaming. I applauded when I saw this. It was awesome. He also kills somebody with a book. That is true. He kills him with a book. I don't know if that's the first in a movie, but it's the first time I've seen it done quite this way. Is it a fulfilling movie? Yes, I like John Wick. I like the action. I like all the over-the-top gore and all that kinds of stuff. I like Keanu Reeves on a horse, riding sideways, shooting people off their motorcycles. It's unreal. And I'm going to say this, no spoiler review, John Wick actually uses a line from The Matrix. And I was sitting there and I'm like, it's not like it's kind of like The Matrix, it's taken from The Matrix. He delivers it the same way he did there. I won't tell you what it is. When you see the movie, you'll know right away. It's a classic from the original Matrix, paying homage to that, and that, there's a lot of Matrix shots in here. City pans and just the action and some of the bullet time kind of effects per se. That leads us into the cinematography. Wow. I think a lot of people don't talk enough about that in John Wick, is that we're so centered on the action that we forget about these beautiful sets we're seeing around us. And there is so much beauty in the lighting. I sat there in the final battle, and I won't tell you where it is. The lighting with the glass and everything was just so extraordinary. And I'll say also that at the end of this movie, I was exhausted. I was exhausted for Keanu Reeves. I mean, no human being can do as much fighting as he does. And he's getting, smashed through glass, smashed over buildings, and he just keeps on getting up and going for more. And I was exhausted. I'm like, dude, how can he keep doing this? And the reason why he can is because this is not based in reality. He's got tons of bullets. He's always changing them. It's over the top. We know that, but we accept it. It is like a video game movie, as I said in the beginning, and that's totally okay. I love this movie. I had a really good time, but again, I gotta say, the story is a little on the simplistic side. It really is. Is this the end of John Wick? I won't tell you that either. Is it the end? Is this the third movie, the ending? Will there be more John Wicks? I ain't saying nothing. Go and check this movie out. If you like the first 2 movies, you'll love this. If you haven't seen them, check out the first one. I'm going to give John Wick an 8.5 out of 10. Over-the-top action, wonderful, great cinematography, Keanu Reeves at his best once again.